Would it surprise you to know that the fitness industry just got even more bloody degenerate? No? Well, me neither. Every so often we see someone pop up who's a complete and utter degen doing the most to blow up on social media, and they end up getting what they want, unfortunately. We saw this with someone like Togi. This guy was doing a bunch of gear, promoting it on videos, doing a bunch of gambling, and basically just going completely over the top. However, he got super popular from it, and has been riding off that ever since, doing pretty much the exact same thing, although he says that he's changed his ways.
We need Arsenal to score in the next 5 minutes.
And they've got the goal. What?
And even more recently, we can see this with someone like Joseph Shin. Someone who's pushing the envelope of being an even bigger bloody degen and copying someone that I'm sure we all know in Jon Skywalker. And if you don't think that's an issue that he's copying Jon Skywalker, then you really need to watch this video, because Joseph Shin is not going down the right path right now, and he could have some crazy side effects in the years to come. I'll go into that in this video, but first, thank you. Thank you for all the support that you give to the channel. It genuinely does mean so much. And if you consider subscribing as a new viewer, it would genuinely mean the world.
Subscribe to Cal.
Now, Joseph Shin is a young fitness influencer who's kind of blown up out of bloody nowhere. Literally within the last 10 months, this guy started posting videos, and because this guy's physique is so aesthetic, and because this guy's physique is so crazy in regard to having a small waist, broad shoulders, great muscle insertions, leanness, vascularity, and of course, strength at the same time, crazy mix. Of course, he's taking freaking bloody performance enhancing drugs. He has blown up on social media. TikTok, the guy's getting views. Instagram, YouTube, the guy is getting views everywhere. And if you need evidence that he's chasing that aesthetic lifestyle, going bloody crazy, and following in the footsteps of Jon Skywalker, then you need not to look further than both of their Instagrams, and you can see that Joseph Shin's Instagram is a carbon copy of younger Jon Skywalker. If you look at older videos of Jon Skywalker from a few years ago now, we would see that this guy's posting what? Aesthetic videos, showing off his physique, showing off that this guy has crazy leanness and his midsection. Sometimes in photos, he's having a cigarette by his car. Many of his photos, he's going to raves. It is basically just that bloody aesthetic lifestyle, getting in sick shape, taking performance enhancing drugs, and then just being sick, brah. Going to raves, brah. You get my point. I know you thought that was Ziz because my Australian accent was that great, but you know what I mean.
You serious?
Then you compare that to Joseph Shin, someone who, of course, hasn't been posting for as long as a time as Jon Skywalker, but even from the post that he has been posting, does this not look the exact same? Showing his aesthetics, check. Showing his crazy midsection, check. Showing him next to cars and that Instagram lifestyle, if you know what I mean, check. And of course, going to frigging raves, basically doing the exact same thing. And if you were to literally look at this photo of him in the Mercedes, smoking up, right? And compare that to Jon Skywalker, do they not look like they could be like twinning?
You and I are not so different.
I'm not like you.
Well,
they're taking steroids and they're taking rec drugs at the same time. Taking one or the other, of course, is going to be bad and putting an unnecessary stress on your body. But to take them both at the same time, mate, that is a cocktail for health issues. Literally, bro. And we can see that with someone like Jon Skywalker, which we'll look into in a bit. Damn, my freaking hair's so long, it's getting in my eyes, mate. Okay, I get it, I need a haircut. And if you need even further evidence, you can look at videos that Joseph Shin has made recently where he says some questionable stuff.
Alright, I'm pretty chill now, okay? My estrogen's under control.
No, it's not, bro.
This guy needs to take blood work. His entire blood panel would be red.
Yo, guys, listen to this. Would you rather have good blood work or a good physique?
Yo, I cannot be condoning this behavior.
Alright.
What? That is literally something only a spaz would say, mate. Literally someone who's just chasing social media views so hard and saying, would you rather have a good physique or good blood work? I mean, mate, it's evident throughout the social media landscape and fitness in general that you can have a great physique whilst also having good blood work, of course being a natural. Taking performance enhancing drugs if you want to. I'm not one of these frigging super humble naturals who thinks performance enhancing drugs are completely cooked and you should never do them. No, I think there's a time and place for them. But to this extent,
Good blood work or a good physique?
bro, what are you doing?
you idiot!
Because it's not going to bloody end well, mate. And even his friend Adam Yu in that video said himself that we're not living the best or healthiest lifestyle, but it's a lifestyle nonetheless.
So here to inspire. Sometimes, you know, we're just human. We make mistakes. Might not live the healthiest lifestyle, but still a lifestyle nonetheless. Don't be pressured or influenced by us to do any of the things that we're doing, because it's our lives. We chose this route. We chose this path. You don't gotta choose it. You can still live a life just like this. Here to inspire. Here to inspire. Don't be pressured or influenced by us. Here to inspire.
Bro, what type of Shakespearean language is that? You know those jokes where it's like Shakespeare's copying you type thing? Bro, you literally just said we're not living the healthiest lifestyle, but it's a lifestyle nonetheless. Anyone could say that. Imagine if I was just doing a bunch of freaking drugs right now on my desk. I've changed the angle recently. You can't even see my desk. I could literally have a bunch of freaking drugs on my table right here. And I'd be like, look, you know, it's not the healthiest lifestyle, but it's a lifestyle. What about someone who's completely obese? Who's literally severely overweight, who's taken years off of their life because of the issues that they're causing? Yeah, it's not the healthiest lifestyle, but it's a lifestyle. What are you even on about? Like, that literally just doesn't make sense. Everyone's living a certain lifestyle. Anyway, if you want even more confirmation that they're trying to copy Jon Skywalker, then you can literally just hear it from themselves.
Skywalker collab, bro. Johnny boy. We need Unk, the OG Unk. We need Natty versus Roided Out. Make an edit out of this. Skywalker. No, we're not Skywalker, bro. I'm sorry. Never surpassed the GOAT. No, that's not true. Hey, yo. Never surpassed the GOAT. We're actively trying to surpass the GOAT. But he's a legend.
Yeah, so is anyone freaking surprised at this point? No. Now, why is this worrying? Why do you think, oh,
Cal, why are you just crashing out, bro? The kid's just trying to live his life. He's not living the healthiest lifestyle, but he's living a lifestyle, right?
Yeah, true. If Jon Skywalker was actually still killing it nowadays with his aesthetics, it would kind of make sense, right? But he's not. This guy was taking gear, pro hormones back in the early days, until what happened? The guy completely went blank off social media. He went ghost. No one knew what happened to him. And then a few months later, he came out with a post of him in hospital. And you can see that the guy's lost practically all of his size. Bro had a literal heart attack. No, he didn't. Now you'll have to excuse me at the moment. I'm in Milan meeting Eros, our favorite bodybuilder. No, I'm joking, but I am currently traveling at the moment. I didn't do a good job at explaining it in the video, but Jon Skywalker didn't have a heart attack. He had 2 heart failures, psychosis, and even more recently, he was peeing out his bladder wall, mate. It got that bad. Yeah, I think that better explains it. And he literally says in this post that I've been sober pretty much while going through withdrawals and psychosis. I've been jailed once and held in a mental hospital twice. And we can see that in this video where bro was completely just crashing out.
Damn you guys all to hell! Damn you to hell for that! You did that to your child. I don't know how to explain this to you. But some of you guys see this, and that's enough for me. Yes, believe it or not, I don't know what that means. You did this to a child.
Why would you want to imitate this? Like, mate, there's one thing, just trying to get a good physique and trying to look like your favorite influencer, for instance. That's one thing. But trying to live the lifestyle of that influencer, practically copying them their lifestyle to a T before they ended up having crazy health side effects.
Biggest fear? No, you're not Skywalker, bro. You're not Skywalker, bro.
It's dying like Jesse Wilson.
Biggest fear? Dying skinny.
Why? Why would you actually want to do that? Well, I can answer that question now, and I can answer myself, I guess. It's because social media rewards this type of degeneracy. Now, look, I love Jon Skywalker to death. The guy has a crazy physique, and the guy has freaking aura for sure. But he was living life like a bit of a degen, taking performance-enhancing drugs, whilst also taking recreational drugs and going to raves and stuff like that. And Joseph Shin is doing the same thing. Both guys have been rewarded because of what they've done. Other guys as well. Togi going to parties, taking recreational drugs and also taking performance-enhancing drugs. Sush, same thing, and other guys as well. It's something that we just never learn from because people just see the numbers, they see the cars, they see perhaps the girls they're getting or whatever it is, and then they want to live that exact same lifestyle, not knowing the consequences that can come from it. But actually, no, they do know the consequences that come from it because we see what happens to these guys, yet they just don't care.
Yo, guys, listen to this. Would you rather have good blood work or a good physique? Blood work or a good physique?
It literally is like that thing that I've said in other videos where guys have that mindset of, oh, I'm going to live like a lion for 10 years instead of living like cattle for about 70 or whatever people say. Like, now it's no real cause for concern at this current time. And if you can actually look at Joseph Shin's physique and stuff like that, you're like, look, you know, he hasn't got crazy sides, no crazy acne, no crazy gyno. You can see that the guy seems to be doing it properly, right? Well, just because they don't have external cosmetic side effects from taking performance-enhancing drugs, it doesn't mean that they're not going to have internal side effects from taking bloody performance-enhancing drugs. If you look at someone like Jon Skywalker, look at this guy just before he had his health issues. Did it look like he had crazy side effects? He's at raves. The guy still has a crazy physique. The guy seems to have, yes, some perhaps gyno buildup or something like this, but his acne doesn't look too bad. He's not getting crazy hair loss. He's not getting crazy water retention or any of these things. Yet he then ended up having a heart attack and other issues mentally, which caused him to spiral. Like, oh, bro, it's so bad. And the thing is one thing if it was just like their personal decisions which are impacting their personal life. They're not really posting on social media that much. They're not trying to promote this lifestyle and get views and get cars and get sponsorships and stuff like that. No, they're just doing it for themselves. In a way, that wouldn't be as bad. Yeah, it's still bad that they're still making these decisions and infecting their life in this way and going to cause themselves side effects. But it isn't as bad as them promoting this stuff on social media. Now, yes, there are people on social media who say,
oh, you know, you can't sit there and point the finger and say, oh, people are going to jump on gear because of Joseph Shin promoting it and stuff.
And if you think that, if you genuinely have that mindset, then you didn't pay attention to this video. And the reason I say that is this. Jon Skywalker lived that lifestyle, raving, taking performance-enhancing drugs, taking recreational drugs, and ending up getting the side effects from that. What happened? Joseph Shin, a young Joseph Shin, is scrolling through Instagram. He's looking at the videos that Jon Skywalker's doing and think, wow, I want to live that exact same lifestyle. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. Who's to say it's not happening to the other guys who aren't posted on social media? It's just a never-ending bloody cycle, no pun intended. It's just, yes, it's just fitness social media. That's pretty much what it is. Like, at the end of the day, you can only say so much on a video because they're still going to do what they're going to do despite them perhaps facing some side effects. Although he even said in himself, may I remind you that I'd rather have a good physique than good blood work. Well, I want to know, Joseph Shin, if you'll be saying the exact same thing in perhaps a few years to come if you get some side effects and performance enhancing drugs. God forbid it happens. I do not wish it upon you. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm sure you're very opinionated on this, and so I'd like to hear what you have to say. Let me freaking know. If you want to support the channel, you can like and subscribe. It genuinely does mean so much, seriously. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you would love these videos right here, so go and check them out. You would love them, honestly. And until next time, I really don't want anything to happen to Joseph Shin, and I don't want anyone to follow in his footsteps.